What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Kiki, and I am back with another video for Kiki's Convos. And today, I have my best friend, the Gemini to my Leo, my other half, the meaner one, Morgan Bexton.
My full government is that necessary?
Yeah.
Kristen Richardson. But yes, y'all, it's little me ready to spill the tea.
Okay.
Not playing.
Okay, so if anybody knows Morgan and I, they know that we are practically the same person. Like, it's annoying when we get together, but whatever. So her and I are into the same show. So we're going to be talking about a fan favorite, which is Married to Medicine, honey. And yes, Morgan and I have watched all 8 seasons, and we are on the current season. So, Miss Mamas, what did you think of last week's episode? Or this week's episode, sorry. This week's episode.
Well, it was a lot to unpack here. Where do we start? I'm gonna just jump right into the whole Heavenly Contessa showdown after dinner with the husband. First of all, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. Like 5 out of the 6 people there are doctors. It was a lot. I feel as though Contessa kept trying to make a point that was, it was like she was trying. I don't know what she was doing. It was like, why are you talking? I needed her to stop talking because everything Dr. Damon was saying, it wasn't to bash, it wasn't picking sides, and he wasn't trying to dismiss her feelings by saying, "Oh, what y'all arguing about is BS." He was just saying, as far as like the bigger picture, like this is something that y'all can overcome. And Contessa took it as, "Oh, we make the same." Da, 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 da. It's like, it's not even about money. It's not even about position or credentials. He's talking about y'all friendship. He was, and the side he took was the side that he wanted y'all to be friends. So the blow up was a bit much for me. Also, Miss Quiet Baby, she is hilarious. Her and these dramatics talk about stuff. Heavenly's mother is dying right now.
She is over dramatic.
I'm like, quiet.
Heavenly's mother is dying.
Like that. Like she was going off. I'm like, quiet.
Like,
I'm like, wow, but that's so quiet though. Like that's so quiet.
But you know what? Like, I would rather have it no other way. Like, at least she's being her. She's giving the girls dramatics, baby. Hope she gets, she belongs in somebody's show, a small role. But back to Dr. Damon Contessa and Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly, I would have to agree with, I think Damon was trying to be the voice of reason and just be like, hey, like, y'all friendship is much bigger than this. Y'all, you know, y'all done stuff outside of the show. Like, it's not like y'all just had a little friendship like on TV, like we see most reality TV stars. Like, y'all friendship, y'all relationship is so much bigger than this. So it's really not like, I get it. She did expect your husband, but I mean, I thought y'all patched us up in Vegas. Like, let's move on. And I feel like Contessa was being shady. Like, girl, you knew what you was doing when you was like, you talking to Heavenly? Like, girl, why would he embarrass his wife in front of all these people? Come on now. Like, I get it, you're upset, but she apologized. And like, can we just like move on? Like, but at least she prayed for a child. So
but on the other end, though, I will want to say, just to jump in real quick, I wasn't getting Dr. Damon's position when he first started speaking. I felt like the point he was trying to make was a good point about women cutting deep, but I feel like it was unprovoked. Like the comment was unprovoked. Yeah. It was like we're talking about marriages and relationships. And so how do you get it? I get what you're trying to say, but it's like, how do you take it all on women? I just didn't like that.
I think he thought generalizing women into this is why y'all have these issues in your marriage and your friendships, but the two didn't really correlate, because some of the same issues you have in your marriage are going to be some of the issues you have in your friendship. Like, clearly Heavenly listens to you, because he got pissed and she.
Ooh, he was pissed, baby. He said, when I asked you to do something, And I tell you stop doing something, let me stop doing something. He
She
so sick of that. I
became
was like, ooh,
she became Ken. Heavenly became Ken. Ken agrees.
okay.
Okay.
She got in that car, baby. I was like, oh, heavenly. I'm like, no, Dr. Damon Daddy even got you together. He said he was pissed.
Okay.
He
So
was pissed.
and heavily you don't listen to your friends, you overtalk your friends. So that's a direct that's a direct example right there as to why that shouldn't have came up and it wasn't provoked. And we could have discussed this at a later time when we were ready to have a
Mm-hmm.
mature discussion, not after we just flew on a flight from Vegas and we were all inebriated and hung over and in our feelings and we sort of patched things up, but not really. Yeah. Wasn't the right time, right place, or anything.
Exactly. And then Contessa and Heavenly, it's like the way that they just like bantered this episode, it shows that that little makeup in Vegas was phony.
Yep.
Because if y'all felt that way, y'all wouldn't, Heavenly, you wouldn't be double down on what you're saying. And Contessa, you wouldn't be trying to keep nitpicking and saying, you know, like, oh, what happens when your friend does this? And your friend, it's like, if you chose to forgive, you have to choose to let it go as well.
Right.
You cannot keep on bringing it up. And Heavenly, when she brings it up, I know it's irritating, but if you said you were sorry, you don't double down on it.
Right.
So it shows you're not sorry. So it's like this either means y'all really need more time or the friendship is just over and it was, you know, here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how people are in your life.
But I also think Heavenly has a short fuse because, like she said, her mom is dying. Like, I would have a short fuse too if my mom was dying. And girl, I don't want to keep beefing with you about something I said sorry for. Okay, girl, here we go. Like, so
So you know what normal people do? If it gets too much, they call off from work. If my mom is dying and I'm Dr. Heavenly and I have coin like her from other business ventures, I'll be taking a break if my mother's
agreed.
dying. You can't come to work with a badass attitude. You have to check your attitude at the door. Period.
But Contessa is aggressive, girl. Like,
Because
imagine
it's very
that beast.
aggressive.
Imagine that beast. Excuse me. Imagine if she was yelling at you, like, girl, I'd be like, wait a minute. You're not about to little boy me, okay? You are not about to little boy me, okay? Heavily voice, okay?
It was a lot. So now that's it's kind of getting exhausting at this point now because I'm just like at this point y'all clearly both feel away. You either need to agree or disagree or just leave each other alone so y'all and just let it play out and see how it go because this is irritating and I'm sick of seeing it and I'm sick of hearing about it. And I
Yeah.
need them both to get a storyline.
So what you think about that little shot?
How about I fast forward to that? I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see nothing with Dr. Jackie. No offense. Any scene that's with her, that's not with her and Simone, or not with her and the group, I'm not interested in it.
Moving on.
I have nothing for Jackie, but she has nothing for me. She gives me nothing, and I don't like. You know what? Let's talk about it. I don't like the way that she acts, or the way that she's portrayed on television because I don't know her.
Correct.
But the way that her character is portrayed on the show, to me, it's not. I'm not too fond of her at all. It's yeah, and like Heavenly said, you'll never know with Jackie if she like you or not,
She,
or if she mad at you or not.
yeah, she gets very much, I'm perfect. I don't do anything wrong. You can say whatever you want to me. Like she know for a fact that when Heavenly was talking about is do you think Jackie or do you think Curtis is still cheating on Jackie? Once cheater, always cheater. And she was like, sometimes like we say things like, girl, you know that hurt your feelings. Like, come on now. Like
Mm-hmm.
your very good friend is over here saying that your husband is still a cheater after you're clearly trying to work through that. Clearly that's a soft spot for you. Like, girl, it's okay to be angry. And like, I feel like we're gonna get into it, okay? I feel like every time a Black woman goes through something, we're expected to stay so strong and put on this tough face for the world and not let anything bother us. And then we do let something bother us and we lash out. Oh, she's angry. She's aggressive. Why can't I show emotion? Versus when a white woman is angry about something, oh, she's passionate and the whole world wants to empathize with her. Like, why don't Black women get the same respect? I said it once and I'll say it again. The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. Malcolm X said that, for those of you that don't know. But yes, so that's what I like. I agree. And I feel like she's putting on this front, and like, you're bottling all this emotion, baby. You're going to snap. Okay. It's only so much you can take. Your body's not built to take that negativity and carry it. You can't keep carrying yesterday's pain and the day before's pain, baby. And that's what she be doing. But she'll implode.
Enough of her though. She's doing. Let's talk about Toya and Eugene, and let's talk about Toya and Eugene. Let's talk about our
Yes.
girl Toya. Toya.
Yes.
Toya is someone who has definitely had the most. When I say the most progress out of all the housewives, in my opinion.
I agree.
She has definitely grown. She's still the same,
Right.
but just
she's grown into herself. She's matured.
She's settling into TV.
Yes.
She understands.
Yep.
And she is who she is. So I love to see a new light in her. I like to see her in mommy mode, and it shows like Toya's really hands on. Like how most housewives, they have help in the house, nannies. It is that you've never seen Toya in all her houses and all her seasons. You've never seen her have help or talk about help or the nanny this. Like she's at home with her kids doing, what a regular mother would do. And so I really enjoyed, well, not enjoyed, but it was really good to see her be very, firm and like, when it came to her son, like she was on that.
Right.
She was on all of that. And she was pissed. And I didn't like how Eugene tried to turn it back to her saying like it's a lot of tension. It's like, yeah, she probably did have underlying issues with you, but I felt like at the end of the day, she was definitely concerned about what just happened. Like her son was accused of stealing amongst his friends, and they went through his personal belongings to see if he stole it at a sleepover, and she's in a whole different state.
And could you imagine them doing that to a little white boy? One, why did, like Eugene said, it wasn't like it was racially motivated, but it's like y'all instantly pointed to the little Black boy and went through his stuff. Like, would you do that to a white boy? I'm sure there were white kids there, not trying to be no way. We see what kind of neighborhood they live in. So clearly they're in a neighborhood that is mixed. And when you have affluent people, white people live there, So I get it. Plus, I'm the provider for my kids. Like, nobody else is going to come and get them like I will. You're at work and you're not going to leave work. Me, call me whenever I'm going to come get them. But I can't do that when I'm across the country.
Because I'm working.
Right.
So sometimes she has to work. She has to clock in. And a lot of people, I feel like people don't cut her slack. And it's like, yes, Eugene works, but he's the provider. He's the sole provider. But Toya does have a stream of income. And she had a career before Eugene had his career, and she gave that up to move to, Atlanta to pursue his medical career. She had a career back up. Was it Detroit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. She had a career, whether it was with the lifestyle she would have today or not, she had her own, is the point. And yes, like she gave it up by choice. No, she gave it up for love and family. So it's her fault because she fell in love with a man. A good man, that one that married her, gave her 2 beautiful kids, and put her up in the house. He don't beat on her, he don't disrespect her, publicly at least. We don't know how they do behind closed doors. So it's like, every time I feel like Black women get luxuries, like other Black women especially, and other people in general, it's like it's a crime for Black women to have luxury, to have access to luxury. But like, no matter how she gets it, it's like, okay, so what? My husband pays the bills. But it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but she's not a gold digger. She was with Eugene before.
Right. But when we see white women do it, that's like what we expect out of them. But like, a gold digger is somebody that would just take your money and leave. Like, she gave him 2 kids, like back to back. Ashton and Avery are 2 years apart. She stayed down with him. She stayed with him when he ain't had no money. And it's not like she she stayed down with him till she came up. It's not like he was already up when he met Toya. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that they try to label her as a gold digger. Okay, so what? She want to stay at home and be a mother to her children. Like she said, I'm raising my kids. Like, that makes me angry. So I get it. I'll be pissed too. Like, I literally try to instill in them these morals and these values and teach them how to be African American men and how to operate, especially living in the South. So, yes, I'm pissed.
She's pissed off, and rightfully so.
Don't try
rightfully
to
so. Right, and some of us have to trap our husbands. That's heavily cross.
Mhm.
Some of us actually fall in love for
Oh,
love.
oh, mm,
I'm just saying.
mm.
She quick to say Toya, caught her of a big fish and latched on. No, Toya fell in love with a good man. And Eugene fell in
Okay,
love with a good woman. At the end of the day, Toya's a good woman.
okay. Cause Heavenly, were you married before you had Damon Jr.? Mm, didn't think so. Is that why you would be wanting Laura to submit? Sucking that. Is that how
Oh,
you submit?
Kristen. Kristen.
Is that how you submit, baby? Mm. 'Cause
What you
girl,
gonna do
let
with
her
this?
tell it. Let her tell it. She a throat goat, baby. She said that's how she get everything, okay? She said I can get anything I want to out of a man. So let her tell it. She could teach us
One thing I
something.
would say, I don't understand Heavenly and Damon. I don't understand the relationship. After the last episode, I don't understand. After seeing the last episode and then seeing the preview for the next episode of them talking, I just don't understand it. It's like I don't get how I don't get how they connect. I don't get how he understands her. I don't get how she understands him. I feel like he's too deep for her to understand. Not saying she's stupid or slow, but I feel like she's dense in
Yeah.
some about certain topics. Certain topics she's really headstrong on, and she's not trying to hear any words of wisdom or advice. And on the other hand, she's very explosive and immature and irate at times, and it's like uncontrolled. And he's not like that at all. So it's like I don't see how they're, and I get opposites attract, but she's weird, which makes me further to believe what Mariah Huck was saying, baby. Do I need to bring the receipt?
I don't know, buddy.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know,
Maybe
buddy.
that's just, I don't know
I don't,
either.
I don't think that was a lie. I don't think that was a lie. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause she had them receipts and was standing on them, and she brought them to the reunion. But said, let me not do this. Let me not mess with nobody's marriage. Cause while you was
Okay.
sitting there a kiki can about Jackie and Curtis, whoo, see what happens when you throw stones at a glass house.
Okay. And you know that house was made of glass last night because David confirmed it. Everything he was saying definitely was directed towards Heavenly. Like, so you were at home being verbally abused. It's okay. Like, blink twice if you're okay. Because what made you want to say women's words cut deep? Who are you talking to? Because the women at the table have never, well, two of the three women at the table have never had verbal disputes with you to cut you deep.
True.
I'm sure one has.
The one you go home with every night.
So it's like, you use this as a venting session. Looks like
Or
those skeletons maybe coming out in the near future have.
right, and I think that's why Dr. Heavenly, and she know what she be doing. And I think that's why she be, oh, our marriage is perfect. Our marriage is perfect. You want to get some relationship advice from the experts? Who told you were an expert? Like, like that one time when she made them when they all went on, she planned a couples trip and she thought she was doing effective counseling by saying, "Oh, our problem's not as deep as yours." Damon just sitting there like this, quiet, because he knew, like, Heavenly, our relationship is not perfect. Like, that's why he was
Mm-hmm.
laughing when she was like the experts, because he knew, like, we are not no experts. Our relationship is not perfect. I just don't be on what you be on. And I know for a fact that if I get mad, I'm gonna be mad at you for days. So to just avoid all that, and I'm sure he's built up a tolerance, I'm gonna just whatever, Heavenly. And I mean, I think that's why he exploded. But like, girl, yes, because so you trying to say Contessa verbally abused Heavenly? No, you're not. You know what Heavenly said about Contessa, and I know you don't think that's okay. That's why you were telling
Mm-hmm.
her to be quiet. And same thing with Simone. You trying to tell me that Simone was verbally abusive to Dr. Heavenly? Come on now. You know how your wife get fly top at the mouth. So yes, Heavenly, listen to your husband. Like Contessa told you with the tweets. Listen, baby. Goes a long way.
It's the
Listen.
overall though, it was a pretty decent episode. I don't think it was like jam packed as it should be or could have been. The first two episodes really were fire. Like Bravo did a great job bringing it back after a long hiatus, but I need them to turn it up just one notch, not too
Yep.
much, but just a little bit. We're
Yeah.
still early, we still in the beginning stages of the season. Hopefully, it's a long season. I hope at least 20 episodes. Hopefully,
I'm waiting for another iconic read. Do you think?
I
Mm.
will ever with her again.
again, baby. And you're not even married to medicine, my love. Woo! Woo! Mm, no
Your
shade.
favorite pressure wash this mug.
Woo.
I love seeing little throwbacks of Simone and C. So that was so cute.
Yes, I love them.
I'm
Okay,
like,
now let's get into the gross. What should I start with? Let's start with Miss Quad. Miss Quad. She got it. She got it.
Miss Quiet, baby, Miss Quiet, Miss Quiet. We gotta find stuff for her to do, man. We
Yeah,
gotta find stuff for her to do.
yeah, we
It's
do.
about time to kick the fan, Quiet. Not saying you gotta leave the show, but if you're gonna be on the show, you gotta find something to do. Like
Right.
get you taking your nephew and your family. I get that's kind of a storyline, but we
And
gotta
all we
find you
see is
something
you
to do.
telling
Like
him,
what else do
teaching
you
him.
do?
All we see is you teaching him how to lace his shoes. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what else are you doing? Not saying it's not what we want to see. I want to see that too, but I want to see you at work. You know, a day in life of Quad. Like, what does Quad do? Like, let's see you
Mhm.
at other scenes and you in your kitchen, playing in your refrigerator, talking to your mom and your nephew, like you do every season.
I feel like when she was married, she had a little bit more with her little puppy line. Like I feel like she was trying to do a little something, something. So, mm.
Maybe she really was doing a puppy line. Quad is hilarious. But yeah, overall, I mean, Quad is still that girl. Quad is definitely that girl with confidence. And even though I don't like her position she took, I can appreciate her role on the show. From day one, I could definitely appreciate it. Like she's definitely an impact on the show. But I think sometimes you have to let things be a stepping stone and know when the door closes, not to try and stick your foot right there so you can keep it cracked. You gotta let it close, baby. Once they demoted you to friend of, you should have done that friend of for that one as a kiss off, and that should have been it. We shouldn't have seen no more of you. They haven't even brought you back yet as a full timer. And don't act like it's because you want to be a friend of. No, if you could be in full time and have as much camera time possible, you could take it. You know you would. And a bigger contract too. You know you would. But it's like you could do without.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
want to see her somewhere else, doing something else.
I would agree
Get into acting, get into Broadway.
for sure. Suits you or
Right,
Disney.
soap opera. Yeah.
She
She
made
do
great
whatever.
Princess Tiana. Um, Up next,
You see straight about quiet.
huh?
You didn't say you straight about quiet.
I think she's dramatic, but I think it's funny to watch. Like the little tears that be coming out like this.
Then her struggle tears. She's
Yeah,
like, I'd be like, why?
the deep
Don't
voice.
fucking like don't start.
It's okay, but yeah, I want to see more for her too. Like, give us more. I'm sick of seeing you. Like, I think it's great you're taking care of Mason. I think it's great you moved your mom in for extra help because you don't have any kids, you don't have any experience taking care of children full time in that role. So I think it's great that you brought another person in who does have ample amount of experience. But yeah, I want to see more for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's see more. Let's get into Anila.
Girl, let's not. Let's get her off the show. Let's do that. Anyway, does not do it for me at all. And it's her second season, right? Or is it her third or second?
Second.
Don't even know. One too many. She was not doing it for me. I can't. The black scent has to go. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm through with it. I'm fast for all her scenes. I don't want to see it. She complains about the dumbest stuff. She complains about being a mother, but you shouldn't have laid down on your back and got pregnant. She is rude, very
Extreme.
rude. She's rude. I don't know if it's part of her culture or that's how she is personally, but she's rude. And she doesn't even know she's rude, but she's very rude. And I just don't like her. She's not interesting and she can't dress. And I hate it.
I think she's very obsessed with Toya. Like the first thing you come back and tell your husband on the Vegas trip is something that Toya said and you don't like her. Girl, we all know she was joking when the penis is not growing. Y'all were inebriated. Y'all should just laugh that off. Like the whole, Anita's husband, probably because he got a big thing. Like, you should have just laughed that off. Like, girl, you wasn't telling him that you was peeing in your panties. Like, Who cares? It's a joke. Like, girl, move on. It's in Vegas. Here, Dr. Karen go feeding into it. Peter Jr. feeding
Yeah,
into
he is female's business bad. He's the women's
yeah.
business
Toya. This is a
bad.
figment. This is a figment of Toya's imagination. Like, relax, relax, Karen. Karen, relax.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't like it. I just don't like it. She's very obsessed with Toya, and it's like Toya was right. She's very obsessed with me. Like she's obsessed. Like, girl, how you make your first episode, your second episode back about me?
And like,
Every time,
yeah,
every scene, you gotta mention me.
yes, like, you know how some girls say, oh, she's obsessed with me. Like, no, girl, you give obsessed. Like, if production ran back how many times you did a confessional, a scene about Toya Boo Boo, it would happen.
Okay, add that. We'll have a whole season.
Okay, on some,
2. Vanilla saying Toya's name
and you sit up
every
there,
chance she got.
and you sit up there letting your mama tell you what she can and can't do with your vagina, girl. I'll be like, ma'am, I paid for your flight here. Like, not to be, I get this y'all culture and everything, but like, you need to respect your husband because let's be clear, you would not have that house if it wasn't for your husband. Yes, blogging may have gotten you the furniture, but the checks, who was signing them? Okay, who was signing them to build the house, construction, all of that, baby? That's money. Like, you didn't get everything for free, so like, yeah. I would not let my parents come here and run nothing. Like
Nothing.
you act like you can't be a mom. Like, girl, not like it's just like weird. Like, I thought any people love their kids. Like, I'm confused. Like, not saying you don't love your kids. I'm just saying, like, girl, I'm confused. Like, it's giving you don't know what their favorite color is.
I could do without her. That's all. Next.
Dr. Jackie.
Nope. Already said about her. I'm gonna say something inappropriate. Don't like her. Don't care for her. Over her. Next.
Dr. Simone.
Love, fan favorite, lover. Everything about Simone. She's so natural and authentic, and I love it. She's not having to a youth rapper, YouTube side, YouTube face. No, Simone's just an adult. She don't, and Simone is full of love. Like she doesn't have to hate you, but she's definitely gonna be firm and stand up for what she believes in. She gonna battle with you. She gonna make her point valid. She gonna go there with you, but she not holding a grudge towards you. She gonna definitely know how to act towards you moving forward. Act accordingly. But she is still regular, like, and I love that about her. Like that's very admirable. Like it's inspiring as well because it's like
Her laugh does it for me.
mm-hmm.
Like I said, when
I'm gonna say admiring, but I mean admirable. My bad.
Oh, it's okay.
I got a little illiterate.
Anyway, well, yeah. When I moved to Atlanta, that's when my OBGYN because it's judgment free, carefree with her. Yes, Dr. Heavenly.
Heavenly is
Damaged.
So I don't want to put those. I don't ever want to label anybody, but yeah, like she does do some therapy, maybe.
For sure.
Not therapy, but she needs, just a little something to comfort her when she feels like she has to go back to that place.
Yeah,
And be on defense mode. She's always on defense mode. And I feel like if she just relaxed, she'll be okay. Cause I feel like she's funny. Like she's so funny.
She's
I
funny.
feel like she can make jokes that don't hurt people. But
Yes.
they say hurt people. So as long as she's hurt, every joke she's is gonna be hurtful because she wants you to. She gets a kick out of hurting you because she wants you to feel the way she feels.
I think she was very funny. I think she's very
She's
funny.
hilarious.
Like, I'm not going to menopause. I mean, I might not get my period 1-2 months, but it come back. Like, and like you said, like Heavenly, you are capable of making jokes that don't offend your friends and that don't hurt your friends. You don't have to make these jokes. You don't have to say these things to get people to like you, girl. You are a naturally funny person. And I feel like she just needs to like work through these issues. Like, I feel like she took the first step with like actually talking about it and putting it on the forefront, but she needs to keep going. Like she got a little more work to do.
That's a lot more.
because she was working on it for a season, but she because she went to therapy and stuff, but after that, I don't know what happened. She went off the leash.
You're crazy.
So, what do you think of next week's episode that is gonna come up?
I think they edited it to make it more than what it was. I feel like Eugene's going to be talking about something other than Toya in that scene. I think he's talking about Toya directly. Why would he be talking to Damon? Not saying like Damon's not somebody you talk to, but I just can't. I don't know.
Maybe he's talking about his job, because we know he did say he was unhappy about his job, and they did bring that back. And sometimes that doesn't always have something to do with the current episode, but it might have something to do with the next episode. So
right.
Production.
And it's like, I really want Eugene to get help. I really want him to be happy because he is a stand-up guy, but it's just like, it's like you have a career in medicine. It's like, what did you think?
What did you expect?
That you were going to see? Yeah, it's like, like,
I do like Eugene. I do want him to be happy. And I feel like when he's happy, like, Toya's happy, not saying like their happiness depends on each other, but I feel like, it hurts to see her husband happy. And sometimes he ends up like lashing out on her because who else does he come home to? He can't really take it out on his kids. Like, he can, but like not really. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. So I hope he gets together. I hope he finds an outlet or something, or some type of resolution or solution that he can make to this problem, because I hate to see him so, so you could tell he's just like, his mind is just like confused, like question marks all over his mind. Like he don't know what to think, what to do.
Yeah.
And all he knows is he's unhappy.
Extremely. He doesn't know where to start.
Exactly. He doesn't know where to start.
So he needs somebody to help him unpack that. And it's not Dr. Daddy Damon. Dr. Damon Daddy. Because he got his own problems. Okay. That he got to work through.
Yeah, he already got somebody that he got to help walk through life heavily.
And I'm not saying therapists probably don't have like those issues too, but it's like they're degreed, they licensed, they know how to work through these things, to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
So the reunion, what do you think it's gonna be like?
For Married to Medicine?
For Married to Medicine, yes.
Well, it's still early, so I don't know, but I hope it's good. We still haven't got to the Audra Toya fight yet.
Yes, I will hope. I can't wait till because they gotta bring out the friend for like 2 minutes. So I feel like that's gonna be her only scene that was trying to give the people something with did you use your critical thinking skills? So
stop.
Just saying, with the eyes looking like a little bat. But anyway, in the head. Oh, Chucky doll. So I feel like, ain't gonna talk about that. Toya like, girl, she gonna like brush it off and not give people nothing, because it's like, girl, Toya gave all she's gonna give to that situation. Sure, maybe this is all you're gonna get. You're a friend.
She kept eating. She said, sure. Like, girl, we not like, girl.
And kept eating her $100 steak. Thank you.
And I'm on this trip just like you.
Okay, and that's what you need to do, because baby, you're not gonna get in the scene without me in it, boo boo. Understand? And the camera's gonna be on me mostly, so you don't even get individual scenes. So this is what you're gonna get. This is your opportunity to give the people something. These rehearsed lines that I'm sure you have scripted.
Right, ready. I'm ready. She better not come with Diosefo. I'm be irritated.
You
sent Audra.
You sent a text. Like, girl.
Like, tired. Over it.
Andy was like, I don't think this is, Andy said, I don't think that's the receipt.
It can't be, because it's proving that Robin is correct.
That girl.
I thought it was something else. I didn't think it was the same thing. Like she said.
Pull up in that Sri Lanka.
I'm like, am I a Nikki fan? What?
Am I in
Sri Lanka?
Like, pull up in that Sri Lanka. It was like, do I need to? No, you.
Like she ate.
Girl.
Like Wendy.
Like, but it's okay, girl. Like, maybe that's how she imagined in her head. With 5 degrees, she interprets things differently.
Let's about your stuff, but she definitely did have a better season 2 than her season 1.
We're gonna get into that show later. That's
Right,
Tony.
another talk time. Right. Yeah, we got a lot of things to get into, baby.
That's tea for another
Lots going
time.
on.
Okay, well, overall, I can't wait to see what Married to Medicine has to bring us. I'm excited. Heavenly's Lab. So,
Right. Daddy. You like buddy. You like buddy. Please don't stop, buddy.
buddy.
Buddy, please stop, buddy. You like buddy? No, buddy. See, stop, buddy.
Buddy, I love you.
I
Buddy.
ain't someone to stop, but you have to just stop.
You
Buddy.
buddy, I just need a second because I'm mad, man.
Right.
I don't like him, man. Thank you for inviting me, man. I think with
No.
and Eugene,
I don't like getting mad. I feel like everyone would just forgive. It's so hard to forgive. We have to just forgive, buddy. Buddy. You like buddy.
Daddy.
She be like, daddy. And man, having this little baby voice.
Oh, well.
Daddy. But sorry, right. Let's wrap it up. We can go for
It's time for
hours
us to
and hours.
go. We hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll be back with another one sooner than you think, honey.
Better, baby. New location coming soon.
This has been another episode of Kiki's Convos. Have a good one.
Subscribe to my grub.
Period.